Good day, everyone. My report would be all about global governance, international law, and organizations. Human rights under international law. Human rights constitute a set of norms governing the treatment of individuals and groups by states and non-state actors on the basis of ethical principles regarding what society considers fundamental to a decent life. Human rights are rights inherent to all human beings, regardless of race, sex, nationality, ethnicity, language, religion, or any other status. Human rights include the right to life and liberty, freedom from slavery and torture, freedom of opinion and expression, the right to work and education, and many more. Everyone is entitled to these rights without discriminations. So, what is the importance of human rights under international law? The importance of Human rights under international law are crucial as they provide a universal framework to safeguard dignity, equality, and freedom. They establish a foundation for justice, peace, and respect among nations, emphasizing the inherent worth and rights of every individual, transcending borders and cultures. International Human Rights Law. International human rights law lays down the obligations of government act in certain ways or to refrain from certain acts in order to promote and protect human rights and fundamental freedoms of individuals or groups. For instance, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights outlines fundamental rights like the right to life, liberty, and security. These principles serve as global standard, influencing treaties and shaping domestic laws to protect individuals from discrimination, torture, and other violations. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, is a milestone documented in the history of human rights, drafted by representatives with different legal and cultural backgrounds from all regions of the world. The declaration was proclaimed by the United Nations from General Assembly in Paris on December 10, 1948. General Assembly Resolution 217A as a common standard of achievements for all peoples and all nations. It sets out, for the first time, fundamental human rights to be universally protected, and it has been translated into over 500 languages. The UDHR is widely recognized as having inspired and paved the way for the adoption of more than 70 human rights treaties applied today on a permanent basis at global and regional levels, all containing references to it in their preambles. The UDHR is a fundamental document that articulates a comprehensive set of human rights principles. It consists of 30 articles that cover civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights. The next slides are the 30 articles under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights stands as a pivotal document in the realm of international law, embodying the collective aspirations of nations to safeguard the inherent dignity and rights of every individual. Adopted in the aftermath of a world scarred by conflict, the UDHR's universal principles have transcended time and cultural divides. Its influence extends beyond its foundational role, shaping subsequent human rights treaties and serving as a touchstone for discussions in the University of Human Rights. As we navigate the complexities of our global societies, the UDHR remains a beacon, reminding us of the shared commitment to justice, equality, and fundamental freedoms that underpin the importance of human rights under international law. International government organizations. In an increasingly interconnected and interdependent world, some issues are too big for countries to handle on their own. Countries need to work together, and they do so in part through international organizations that facilitate cooperations and encourage diplomatic solutions to global problems. United Nations. The United Nations is an international organization founded in 1945, aiming to promote peace, security, and cooperation among member countries. The United Nations is a global organization founded to facilitate international cooperation and maintain peace and security among nations. It serves as a forum for dialogue, addresses humanitarian issues, and works towards the betterment of humanity through various specialized agencies and programs. The primary purpose of the United Nations is to maintain international peace and security, promote social progress, foster cooperation in solving international problems, and provide a platform for dialogues among nations. It strives to prevent conflicts, protect human rights, and address global challenges through diplomacy and collective actions. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, is a military alliance established in 1949, an alliance with the aim of preserving a free, integrated, and democratic Europe, particularly against the Soviet Union. The core of NATO's strength comes from Article 5 of its founding treaty, a commitment that an attack on one member country will be considered an attack on the entire alliance. Its purpose is to ensure the collective defense of its member countries against aggression. NATO promotes security and cooperation among its members with a commitment to consult and act collectively in the event of an armed attack. European Union. The European Union is a political and economic union of member states primarily located in Europe. It aims to foster economic cooperation, political stability, and social progress among its members. The EU operates as a single market with a common currency euro in many of its member countries, and it also has a role in various policy areas including trade, environment, and justice. The main purpose of the European Union includes promoting economic integration, facilitating the free movement of goods and people, fostering political cooperation to prevent conflicts, and working together in issues such as environmental, sustainability, and social justice. The EU aims to create a unified and prosperous Europe through collaboration and shared policies among its member states. World Trade Organization. The World Trade Organization, or WTO, is an international organization that deals with global rules of trade between nations. The World Trade Organization is an international institution created in 1995 that regulates trade between nations, a replacement for the 1947 General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, or GATT-GATT. The WTO manages the rules of international trade and ensured fair and equitable treatment for its 164 members by conducting negotiations, lowering trade barriers, and settling disputes. Its primary purpose is to ensure that that trade flows as smoothly, predictably, and freely as possible. The WTO provides a forum for member countries to negotiate trade agreements, resolve disputes, and establish common trade standards. Group of 20. The Group of 20, or G20, a collection of 20 of the world's largest economies formed in 1999, was conceived as a bloc that would bring together the most important industrialized and developing economies to discuss international economic and financial stability. The Group of 20, or G20, is a forum for major economies to discuss and coordinate on international financial stability and sustainable development. Its purpose includes addressing global economic challenges, promoting policy coordination, and fostering cooperation among its member countries, which represent a significant portion of the world's economy. International Criminal Court. The International Criminal Court (ICC) is a judicial institution established to prosecute individuals for genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and the crimes of aggression. It operates on an international level, aiming to ensure accountability for the most serious offenses and contribute to global justice. Its purpose is to hold individuals accountable for most serious international crimes when national legal systems are unable or unwilling to do so. The ICC aims to contribute to the prevention of such crimes and promote justice on a global scale.